how many guys deal with this and struggle with this, and how many accounts of like anxiety, depression, loneliness, social anxiety, lack of motivation, tiredness, aggression. There's something that's in your soul, that's in your body, deep within, that realizes that this is pathetic. Like, wow, like holy shit, I get to watch anything that I can imagine, the hottest girls you can imagine, doing the hottest stuff you can imagine. It's this level of stimulation is corroding your brain, and it's corroding the neurons. That porn is ruining your life, and if you keep doing it, it's gonna make you a fucking loser, and it's gonna just make you weaker and weaker by the day. That's what my soul, my inner gut was telling me, was like, this is fucking weird, this is wrong. It's nothing moral, but it's wrong to my masculinity, and it's wrong to me as a person to be giving away my power like this to a screen. It weakens your mind, and it weakens your motivation, and it weakens your masculinity. If you harness and own your sexual energy, you can conquer the fucking world, and you can conquer your mind. Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about how porn makes you a loser and how it makes you weak. I used to be, pretty heavy porn user. I used to watch a lot, and I grew up kind of thinking that it wasn't that bad. When I started hitting my early 20s is when I really saw it become a massive problem. I started noticing that after watching porn, I would feel really like anxious. I would feel very kind of depressed and like not really motivated and just kind of like shitty. And there's no worse feeling than like laying on your bed with a bunch of cum on your stomach, like a laptop screen open, and you just watched like some video, like you just been watching like 30 minutes of videos of other people having sex, like strangers having sex, and you're just laying there like, just like jizz all over you, and you're just like, what the fuck did I just do? So I was like, there's no way I'm alone in this. So I looked stuff up, and I found Reddit communities and different communities of guys that were talking about this, and it was pretty amazing to see how many guys deal with this and struggle with this, and how many accounts of like anxiety, depression, loneliness, social anxiety, lack of motivation, tiredness, aggression, things like that were coming out of this porn addiction for people and other guys. And so that's when I realized, like, this isn't just in my head, this isn't just me thinking that porn is bad or porn is affecting my life negatively. There's a lot of guys that are experiencing this. So that's when I kind of started to take action, and I started to wean off the porn usage. And as I started weaning off of it, I really quickly realized that this was the root of a lot of problems, and that this was an addiction, and that I was very addicted to the pornography, and that I was using it. I don't think it was any malicious thing, like I was using it to escape my pain, or I was using it to, like hide traumas. Maybe there was some of that, but I really think it was just an addiction, because this high-speed internet porn is so designed to get you addicted. It's so, in a lot of ways, it's so amazing. It's so like, wow, like holy shit, I get to watch anything that I can imagine, the hottest girls you can imagine, doing the hottest stuff you can imagine. I mean, we can admit that that's basically what porn is, and that's why it's so addicting, is because it's like, whoa, like, ooh, and it's in your face, it's visual, HD cameras, you don't have to do anything, you just lay there and jerk off. And so that's how it's so addicting, and that's what I realized about it, is like, I'm addicted to this. So I started weaning off of it, and basically I realized that porn weakens your mind, and it weakens your motivation, and it weakens your masculinity. Porn basically is an outlet for your sexual energy. Sexual energy is something that runs through your body. It's very ancient. Humans were designed to survive and reproduce. And so reproduction, that sexual energy, is deep in our bones. It's ancient in our bones. And so when that is not being healthily expressed, or expressed in a way that feels empowering and it feels enlivening, like real sex or real expression or real communication, or even like using that energy, to that motivation to go for a run or start a project on a business, or be more authentic, when it's just expunged, jerking off to a screen, there's something that's in your soul, that's in your body, deep within, that realizes that this is pathetic. This is like your brain thinks you're having sex, but there's some part of you that knows, your conscious mind knows, that you're not really having sex, and that these are just pixels on a screen, and it's pathetic, it's weak. And basically this turns you into a loser, because this becomes like a habit. This becomes a habit to go to this for sexual outlet instead of real women or real interactions or real striving to better yourself. If you're just watching porn and that's your sexual outlet, there's not a lot of motivation to move up in life, move up in society, better yourself as a man. Another thing is semen. You lose your semen, and a lot of people might try to like fight this, but there's a very ancient, many ancient traditions that use semen as almost like a holy nectar, like the nectar of God. It is life, if you think about it. Semen, it's the seed of life. It is what creates a human being. And that energy, when you store it in, it can be used to do so many things. And there's so many accounts of this online of semen retention, guys who hold in their seed, they don't ejaculate. You can have sex without ejaculating. It's not like you have to be a celibate. But that's kind of beside the point. But if you're watching porn, you're also losing your semen, which is losing your life force. And this is why after watching porn, you feel depleted and tired and lazy and depressed. And after having actual sex, you still get that, but it's more of like if you ejaculate, you still get that, but it's more of like a relaxed, calm, satisfied feeling, because you're with another human. The oxytocin, the chemicals in your brains are bonding, so it's more healthy. It's more of like a relaxation. With porn, it's just an outlet, and then you just one, you lost your semen, and two, it's so stimulating that it's like a drug, and it's like a massive high. And when you're getting this stimulated, it is definitely affecting your brain. It's like watching TV for 10 hours or something. It's just this level of stimulation is corroding your brain, and it's corroding the neurons, and it's depleting you of serotonin and all the feel-good chemicals by basically overstimulating your mind, overstimulating your body. And another thing that this does is it takes you out of your sexual energy, and your sexuality, your masculinity is very important. And it's basically that energy that gets you assertive, it gets you confident, it gets you authentic, it gets you grounded, it gets you present. It actually gets you feeling good. It gives you, if you have a healthy sexuality, you feel good about yourself. You feel good expressing yourself. You feel good doing what you want to do in the world, doing what you want to do in life. And if that's being depleted to a screen, you know, what is this guy doing? Like, where am I as a man? And where's my sexuality if I have to do this? If I have to jerk off to porn? Another thing that it does is it just ramps up itself very quickly, actually, to where one video you need two, and then you need this more hardcore thing, and then you need this, and it basically skews your views of sexuality and objectifying women and all of these things to where you don't get this like energetic connection and flow with women. You're more just like using it as their body as an object, and it actually starts to creep into your real life. And there's so many accounts of men being more aggressive when it's not needed in bed, and kind of losing that sensitivity, that touch and that sensitivity sexually with women. Like when I really had my moment with porn was when I was watching a video and I looked into the eyes of the actress, and I just saw pure just emptiness. Like she was just like empty and scared, and like just doing this to like make some money. And like I was just like, fuck man, this is so soulless. It's so soulless. And since quitting porn, my life has changed drastically. Like confidence, motivation, authenticity. I don't give a fuck what people think. Like I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna do me, and I'm gonna take this precious gift that I have of life, and I'm gonna do my best with it to create the life that I want. And I can't do that if I'm constantly addicted to porn and watching porn every night and feeling like a fucking loser about myself. And just getting over that was so empowering. And it's your cock, it's your balls, so like own your cock and balls, own your spine, and don't let this shit corrode your soul. You know, I read this book, Your Brain on Porn, very insightful about what porn does to the brain, the effects and all this stuff. And you know, I think that in a couple years it's actually going to be something that's like smoking or like alcoholism, where it's talked about and it's like people have to manage it and things like that. But the best thing I can say is just what my soul, my inner gut was telling me was like, this is fucking weird, this is wrong. It's nothing moral, but it's wrong to my masculinity, and it's wrong to me as a person to be giving away my power like this to a screen and to these corporations and to these companies that are exploiting women every single day. And it's not, this isn't some religious, like, you know, bashing, like, you know, like it's morally wrong. It's not. Your sexuality is beautiful, but it's just fucking loser shit to be watching it on a screen instead of fucking real women. You know, or just being celibate. Like, that's even better. Being a celibate is better than watching porn. So yeah, you know, like, I'm not trying to make a case to people that, you know, like, that are hooked on it, like that they think it's healthy and all this stuff. Like, fine, you know, go spend your life with your porn, you know, whatever. Keep doing it. But for the guys that really want to change, and the guys that this is resonating with, because I know this is resonating with some of you, I am simply speaking to you from someone that has experience with this and that has grown and healed and learned from this, to take my word that porn is ruining your life, and if you keep doing it, it's going to make you a fucking loser, and it's going to just make you weaker and weaker by the day. And the next thing you know, you're going to be 55, still jerking off to porn, single, fat, no money, and you're just going to be a fucking loser. So that's really up to you. You can take my word on this or not, but I'm telling you that it is unhealthy, and that it's a bad habit, and that it corrodes your soul. You don't need to feel bad about this. You don't need to feel guilty. I went through it too. All you can do is start with today, make the changes, grow from it, and then just keep going and keep growing. You know, actually, a lot of these cultures, they use this sexual energy. When you're in your 20s and 30s, this sexual energy can be like pop you open into a new person, into a new shell, to where every day feels like bliss, every day feels like love, every day feels like joy. And then as you get older and older, you actually have to use, according to these traditions, you have to use the sexual energy just to kind of maintain like normal feeling normal, feeling okay. And then if you deplete it, you feel like really depleted and tired. But at a young age, if you harness and own your sexual energy, you can conquer the fucking world, and you can conquer your mind, and you can be everything that you want to be. So I hope this stuck with some of you guys. I hope it helps. Again, just take my word for it. Porn is fucking you up. All right, thank you guys.